And we're going to go live in 3.
3, 2, 1. We're good, bro. You're on.
Yo. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you so much to all of you that are out there. We are on the Passionate Podcast live. We are raw, baby.
Sure.
Let's go, man. We are back with the legends, local legends, man. Malik Sherrod and Cam Lockridge, man. You know, we got a lot to talk through in this live episode, but I'm just super honored to have you guys back, man. And thank you guys so much for coming back, man. I just love you guys, and this is just so much fun to really get to speak to you guys and hear the perspective of an elite athlete of our own hometown, right? Because I know there's so many athletes that are out there that are watching, and they just look up to you guys, man. And to have that type of effect and connection here, right, where you're able to talk about what made you a football player and what made you here at Fresno State and what made you continue, what makes you tick, right? All these kids and all these people that are watching you guys, man. I just love that because I think more than you even realize how many people actually look up to you and to your passions, right? And all these kids are trying to find their purpose, and they see athletes like you that are stepping up, that are doing things that no one else has done at Fresno State, man. I love it. So I just love that you guys chose to come on here with me, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I got so much love for you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. I'm having a girl in like 4 days.
Congratulations,
bro. I'm having a little girl. I gotta plug that a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of crazy, man. So, all right, man. How are we feeling, boys? How are we feeling? We took an L against a very, very good UNLV team that came to play. They woke up and they came, and I think, man, I don't think we expected that. What do you think? But what happened?
I just think we got caught off guard when the boys came out. Like, they was really ready to play.
Yeah, for sure, man. How did it feel? I mean, and then plus you had some things going on too, right? Yeah. So you still weren't even sure if you're going to go, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to go. So ended up going out there and doing the best I could. But yeah,
you did, man. You still came out there. You still put a TD in. You know what I mean? Like you still showed up, did what you had to do. Yeah. How you feeling, man?
Feel good. Got a big week this week.
Big week, bro. Washington State.
So we got a good week.
Yeah,
we got a pretty good offense and a pretty good defense. So it's gonna be a good game.
They got both. Yeah. They're good. They're a good squad, man. They were good. So body's feeling good?
Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Cam? How we feeling, brother?
Fired up.
Yeah, you should be fired up, man. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
You're always ready, man. You ready right now? I mean,
ready, so you got to get ready.
He's ready. But I think even going back to our conversation last time, it's the mindset.
Yeah.
Right. I think that really attributes a lot to the success of a football player and a football team and a squad is the mindset and going in there as a team. Right. And going in there like, hey, this is an execution.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like when you guys are all in sync like that, it lines up. Yeah. Do you feel like the whole team was in sync last week?
I think we just came out there just a little bit sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
About you, Kim, what's up with the D, man? They're putting up some numbers on us, man.
Man, I think we was all like, tired or whatnot, or we weren't just used to that playing at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Vegas time.
Oh, that's right, because they're a completely different time.
So that's what I seen it kind of sleeping people eyes and stuff like that. So
gotcha. Well, what about this week? How are we feeling this week about it, man?
This week, man, we're going in the Bulldog Stadium.
Yes, bro. We're at home. We're at home. Like, this is where we actually can shine and show up and show the talents that we have
every time.
Right. And that's really important too, especially with a squad like Washington State coming into our house, and preparing for that. So, now that you kind of feeling a little bit better, right? You're getting your body right. Okay. And we're helping take care of as much as we can, right? We got you getting right. How are you going into this week to prepare for Washington State offensively?
Just got to go in there and knowing that it's going to be another hard week. It's never going to be easy, especially in the run game. You got to be dominant in the run game to really establish it. So we're just doing everything that we can this week. Been working on our combinations, just the way we see in the inside zone, outside wide zone, counter, power. We're just focusing on the little details.
Good. I love to hear that, by the way. You're really focusing on those. That's good. That's actually really good.
That's what it comes down to, especially in the run game. It's holding a block for half a second more or quarter second more.
And knowing where you're going to go in that directional path.
Exactly. Setting up blocks and everything like that. So that's what we've really been working on this week. So we got to get that run game going this week.
Anything specific against Washington State?
No, we got
their defense?
Well, they got a pretty good D lineman.
They do.
So they're penetrating. So we just gotta be ready to get our foot in the ground and get vertical.
Absolutely, man. There you go. What about you,
Mhm.
Cam, defensively? Now how you getting ready, brother?
Just same thing every week, but I feel like this week, I'm gonna really put an emphasis on me just taking that extra step and being like trying to take my play to an elite level. Like I feel like last week I left a lot of plays out there that I could have made,
Yep.
but I just quite didn't. But you know what it is. But I feel like that's just me not putting an emphasis on that and just trying to take that step forward in my game and just progressing my game. I feel like, especially like right now, this like stretch of the season, a lot of players get stagnant.
Yeah, man.
And they get buzzed at the beginning of the
complacent.
season. Yeah, and like they get complacent on where they at and stuff. Like
Yep.
they already made it, but it's a long season. I just want to keep my name like in people's
Yes.
mouths and in people's ears like
Let's go.
throughout the whole season. So
That's the most important thing,
Yeah.
man. You got to keep building your brand too
yeah.
and lead by example,
Hmm.
right? I mean, if you're out there showing leadership to the rest of your team, they're
Yeah.
going to do the same,
Yeah,
right?
most definitely.
And that's how athletes. That's how it works, man. You know,
Yeah.
you're putting yourself out there, sacrificing yourself for your team. They'll see that. They'll do the same.
Mhm.
You know, and I think that's exactly how a good defense, the best defenses that I've seen works
Yeah.
is like that with a bunch of leaders on a team that are coming together by example, right? And I mean, look
Mhm.
at the Ravens defense back in what was that, 2012 or something? I mean,
Yeah.
they were. I forget, I can't remember the exact year, but I mean, they were dominant because
bro.
they were built together.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis was, I mean, he was contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. When you have that type of leadership, it's contagious, man. And I see that's kind of leadership that you're trying to, really bring out in yourself, Cam. And I admire that about you because it's
Yeah.
so important that you have to know that. You have to find that within. That's not something that's just given to you. Right. That's a skill set that you have to develop and that you build through trials and tribulation and overcoming things that you're not used to overcoming, because you can't just walk in and be a leader.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Leader is earned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not give
And you guys have
Most definitely.
earned that leadership on the Fresno State football team. So with that leadership, how are we going to take that in the next week?
Just just doing everything correctly and just being those guys that you can always count on.
Who are those guys for you, Cam? When you go into that defensive huddle, right? And you're looking at all them dudes that are across from you, right? And you're about to go to war with that offense across from you.
Yeah.
Who are those guys for you, man?
Really, I look at all 10 of them as everybody.
That's what I was hoping you were
all
going to
10.
say.
Like I need all 10 of y'all to just do y'all job, and then me just do my job and hold it down. And then at least the worst the play can hit, like we can stalemate the play, but at best we can create turnovers, negative plays, big plays, stuff like that. So I just look at all 10 of the guys, the defensive line just doing their stunts and like caging the quarterback or whatever they need to do. The linebackers, filling the gaps or dropping at good depths, and then just the DBs just flying around and making plays. It's all just one big unit at the end of the day. So we all just need to be in sync with each other.
Preach it, brother. We all need to be in sync with each other. You know what? You know what happens when we're all in sync with each other? People like Vandy beat Bama.
Really?
I mean, don't get me wrong though. Vandy's a good team.
Yeah.
Vandy's underrated,
Yeah.
right? They got a good QB. They got some good wide receivers, and their defense is solid.
Yeah. QB came from the Mount West.
From the Mountain West is exactly what I was about to say. Let's go, man. And what's so crazy is when you have a team like Vandy that's so underrated. And I mean, I think they were like 28-point underdog
Yeah.
or something like that. And I mean, Bama, they didn't show up. But who showed up? That team camaraderie, that the brotherhood where they had the leadership and they all
Mhm.
evolved together
Yeah.
on offense and defense. And let me tell you something. Bama tried to put it on them at the end,
Yeah.
right? Did you guys see the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, they were coming. They were trying.
They was fighting.
It was fighting.
And Vandy was fighting. Like, bro,
Mhm.
I mean, those guys, they were fighting.
Yeah.
You want to talk about fighting? Those guys, I mean, Bama kept coming.
Mhm.
Ryan Williams, bro. I mean, he had he was just catching bombs after bombs, was doing some crazy moves, getting past. I mean, it was wild to watch. And Vandy was throwing everything that had him, and they kept
Everything.
coming back.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? I mean, you guys watched the game. Vandy beating Bama.
Yeah.
It give you a little bit of hope, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It
Inspire you.
just shows you that on any given day, any team can win or lose. Like, it don't matter the name, it don't matter what rank.
Yep.
It's whoever comes to play that day and plays their brand of football. And Vandy played that, and they
That's
beat
how
Bama.
I feel.
Man,
That's how I feel.
it was like a day of upsets. Like I seen Tennessee lost.
Yeah.
Bro, Tennessee.
Tennessee lost.
Some of their offensive weapons, the
yeah.
fact that they lost to, I mean, I thought they were going to be one of the top teams in the
Oh,
country.
yeah,
man,
Tennessee
lost. Michigan lost again.
Michigan lost. Y'all should beat Michigan
SC
though.
lost.
Man,
man.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it sucks. We should have beat Michigan. We had them. You know, we did. We had the momentum, and I really think we had the team camaraderie there to do that.
Yeah.
And we were really sinking, man. Everyone was playing. Everyone was playing good. It was just a really good game, and just didn't take it out. But yeah, Michigan lost.
yeah.
I mean, they got some beasts at running back. I mean, Khalil.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mullins.
God, bro, Mullins, dude. That dude's. But then again, you got Donovan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bro said, no, don't forget about me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
break off it. And he had a big old game too, bro.
Man.
Casey, one of our comments says our dogs need to play the rest of the season with a chip on their shoulder, just like Vandy's, or just like Vandy or Pavia did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys-
dude,
You
Pavia.
guys think about that.
I
most
agree.
definitely.
I
So
agree.
Pavia came from Mexico, right? I mean, that's the crazy part is he's actually a baller.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a baller, and you know he came from the Mountain West, and you know the kid's a stud, and he had a lot of people talk a lot of mess about him when he left, bro, and you know he came out there and he played with a chip on the shoulder. So whoever said that, man, that's a true Yeah. that's a true statement, man, because at the end of the day, they did play with a chip on their shoulder,
Yeah.
and I feel like if Fresno State goes out there and plays with a chip on their shoulder, Washington State won't even see it coming.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of our schedule, we won't lose a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It happened before.
yeah. I was gonna say we've
Multiple
been in this
times.
position
multiple
before.
times.
Yep.
We've been in this position before, so it ain't nothing
Yeah.
nothing that's new. We just gotta go out there and get back to our brand of football.
Yep. What other upsets were out there? We had Tennessee, we had Michigan lost, we had Alabama lost.
SC lost.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude, that was crazy too. I did not see that one
Yeah.
coming either.
Yeah.
I thought SC was gonna
Who
do
did
work.
I think it was like
I forget, but they
I forget,
they
but nah, but
lost. They were
I wanna
losing
say
from the
like
second that they
14.
started. They lost the first quarter, first half, third quarter. They were not winning it all the entire game.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a rough game.
A lot of people got knocked off the rankings, which pisses me
yeah.
off because
Missouri-
we
Missouri
should.
lost.
Missouri got
Missouri-
no, they
Missouri
got
got
all by
dogged.
They got
Texas A&M.
low, bro.
They got all
Hey,
by
Hold on, and you know what's
It was like
crazy is
41
I saw
kids.
Luther out there in the pregame talking about how he was going to just stun on everybody, man. Burden, you know what I mean? He's an amazing wide receiver, and so is Weiss. I mean, dude, they got cooked, bro.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
pun intended. You know what I mean? They did. I mean, it was tough to watch. I mean, they wasn't even close. And you thought Missouri had one of the best defenses in the country, and they got stunted on.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was kind of wild. But it goes back to like that infectious energy. Like I seen that on
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
A&M sideline. Like they the underdogs. Well, I mean, Missouri going into it was the underdogs, but the rankings saying 25 versus 9 and stuff like that. But you can see how inspired they was playing.
Yeah.
Just bouncing like.
Oh, they were
off the
lit.
ground.
Yeah.
It's
But
like-
that's football.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
If
yeah,
that doesn't make you love football, then you shouldn't be playing.
man.
Right. I remember watching during COVID, right? And that was crazy hard times for a lot of people and weird times, especially for athletes, because I've got a lot of friends that play at the professional level, and I've talked to every single one. And during those times, playing in an empty stadium, that's just not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Like it's, I mean, and I don't mean like it's not like morally. I mean, it's just there is something about playing or fighting UFC, anything in an empty stadium, right? That there's the energy is just
just
gone, right? Imagine scoring a touchdown and you're just like, dude, are you like? Imagine if Fresno State was playing USC and you go and you have a 98-yard run or you have a pick six, right? And you're going nuts and no one's there and you hear nothing, just crickets.
All you hear is yourself echoing through the stadium.
hmm
The energy just it just kills you. It kills all the momentum, man. And I think that's kind of weird because, we need more Fresno State fans to be in those stands.
Yeah.
And we need people to, earlier, man, like to get, bro, like that is genuinely why I do this, to try and get people to understand, like we need more people to come out and support Fresno State. We need more businesses to come out and support NIL, which we're going to get to, but we need people to support the Dogs, man. And I think it's so important that even just getting a ticket to come to be in the stands, to come tailgate, to come hang out, to show your support. One extra voice One
Mhm.
extra voice just builds that resonating factor for every single athlete that's in that field, bro. And when they're cheering for you, you can't tell me, because I know it's when you got someone that and you're making a play, that's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That changes the whole mantra of why you play football, because you just impacted someone's life off of a play.
Mhm.
Mm.
Made they night off of one.
Isn't
play.
that
Off of
crazy?
one play.
Mhm.
One play. So that's one thing I really want to put out there to our live viewers, man. Anyone else that follows this and watches this, down the road, we get a lot of viewers down the road, but really get out there to support our athletes and get tickets and go to the tailgates and show up and show out for these guys, man. They put a lot on the line, on their bodies, on their hearts, on their souls, on their brains, on their spirits. I mean, it's a lot of work to play D1 college football and to do it day in, day out,
Yeah.
and then make sure you're maintaining scholastic grades and everything else. There's a lot that goes into being a student athlete, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about next. Is what are some of the trials and tribulations that you guys experience? When you are going to school and you have this long day of football and recovery and everything else, and school. I mean, how do you guys balance that, man? What are some of the problems you guys face, and just being a student athlete at Fresno State?
Ain't enough hours in the day some days. It feels like.
That's a really good way to easy put it.
Yeah, it feels like there's not enough hours in the day. Like, for an example, in my case, like I'm coming back.
What's a
from
day
injury.
look like? Yeah,
I'm coming back from injury, so I'll be in the training. I'm getting a lot of treatment and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So
we're always
Yeah.
there.
So for an example, like today's Monday is players off day,
Players off day.
but me and the running backs who still go in and watch film and stuff like
Good.
that. So that starts at 10.
Yep.
You gotta wake up at 10. And which is really an off day for real, because I just get to sleep in.
Yep.
So that was good. 10, probably get done over there watching film around like 12.
Yep.
Then I go into the training room until about 2 or 3.
Yep.
Then if I don't come over here,
Yep.
then I go to chiropractor. Then
Yep.
after that, I'll probably be over there around like 5, 6, depending on the day. I usually got class around 4:30.
Jeez, dude.
So, then
Man.
then you got to go home. And then you get home around like 7:30. Still got to eat.
Yep.
You gotta eat. Still gotta get in the shower. You've been out all day, probably stink. They get done with that probably around like 9:30. Still got homework.
And let me ask you this: do you have time to actually work, to put money on your plate?
Oh no.
No time to work, right?
Yeah, I don't got time.
And that's what I really want to kind of focus on is I really want to kind of open up the conversation for other businesses to really understand what NIL is, right? And what it means to players like you guys that come here to Fresno State that want to be here, right? It's important to understand that NIL is now a big part
Huge.
of college. And it has been, just people haven't known about it. Let's be real. But, I've seen a lot of things. But,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, man, it's hard for athletes that are doing school and football full time and putting all the energy and effort that you guys do into football and school,
Yeah.
and then to try and find a way to put food on your table,
Yeah.
bro.
If I
So
don't
that's
eat,
where NIL comes in. And I don't think people understand how important it is and how much it can actually help our college
Yeah.
and how much it can actually help our players.
Yeah.
And how much little things like this can just really open up doors for other players to want to come here to
Yeah.
Fresno State. And I really want to put an emphasis that we need to really upgrade our NIL program and NIL companies and the agencies that are here. That's a whole nother conversation that I'm working on as well. But, I really think that people don't understand that. And from a standpoint you come from a long way, bro. You come from Florida,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you come all the way to Fresno. I mean, what do they do? Give you a job here? You know what I mean? We got to do something for the
Yeah.
boys that come here so that we can have a good squad.
Mm.
And I don't want people to think it's about the money, because it's not. It's about taking the alleviation of stress, of mental, financial stress off of your backs so that you can perform the way that we need to and not put stress on our bodies so we don't get injured and just focus on just football and school. And I think a lot of people lose sight of that because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
And I really want to put the emphasis on that out there. The NIL is probably one of the most single-handedly important things for our local college football
for
team.
sure.
And I'm sure that that's really important to you guys too.
Yeah.
Right. How do you guys feel about NIL coming to now that it's now involved in college and where it's at now? Then don't hold back, Cam. I see that smirk on your face, bro. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, brother.
How I feel about NIL, it's a great thing to have, but then like like the whole like UNLV starting quarterback situation.
I was
like,
that's where I was gonna go
like-
with that, bro. That's where it could go.
you can have like, like opportunistic people like that, like just trying to, and then just even though like they still on like got a good path doing like, but
Bro, that dismantles the team.
yeah,
And that I get that is the negative part about NIL is when a school doesn't have or can't offer what they say they're going
Yeah.
to,
yeah,
right? Because you can't put it on them too much.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the dude is smart. He's trying to make sure he gets what he wants to get because he might not ever get it again.
and what he
Yeah.
was promised.
and
And more importantly, what he was promised. And
Yeah.
then the school didn't provide that.
Right.
And that's where we as a local community and me and a bunch of other businesses I'm trying to work with to try and create an NIL pack, right? Because it's important to do that, to make sure that we can provide to our athletes what they need. And it doesn't have to be all kinds of craziness.
yeah,
It doesn't. It doesn't
Really
have to be this 10,000, 20,000, 30,
Yeah.
40. It doesn't have to be any of that. It could just be meals. It could just
Man.
put food on the table, man. Like
yes.
the tank of
Man.
gas. Like, bro, that's genuinely all I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get this from all the people that I'm working with. Say,
Right.
listen, let's just put together some events to put some food on their table
Yeah.
and put some gas in their pockets. I mean, that's what I want as a California business
Yeah.
owner myself. Can I get some help too,
Right,
please?
yeah.
right.
I mean, can I get a gift card? I mean, I got a daughter coming in 5 days, bro. Can I
Right.
get, listen,
Casey,
we're all hurting, man.
The question was asked kind of along the lines of this is what are the most important characteristics of a top level athlete on and off the field? We love to get both gentlemen answers, leading into, like you said, the UNLV quarterback or just that
Yeah,
situation,
no, that's great. And
This is
no, it goes right in
the
there.
long run.
And at the end of the day, going back to the UNLV quarterback, I mean, he's played a lot of ball and he was
Yeah.
ready to do that. And UNLV, we're undefeated.
Mm.
And it came to a point to where he's got to make a decision for him and himself. And unfortunately, UNLV didn't provide that for him. But as far as a high character, high quality person, I can't see you guys ever doing that. You know what I mean? For something like that. And I think that really sucks as teammates that is now a situation that is probably going to be more prevalent, right? It is. It's probably going to be a more opportunistic thing and
Mhm.
people are going to be doing that. But if there's capital in the NIL space, then there won't be a problem.
yeah,
And
You
I
see
think
what I'm
that's
saying? That
what
really
it-
is what it comes down
That's what
to.
I was gonna say. I think the problem was y'all said y'all was gonna give me this X amount, and then y'all haven't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure out why not.
Why not?
And then y'all said y'all were gonna do it, but when is it gonna get done? They were in what is it, third or fourth game by
That's the
time?
fourth game,
Yeah, fourth game by time. He hasn't got anything.
undefeated, putting
Yeah.
up numbers.
Right.
You know what
That's
I mean?
another thing too. I got the team undefeated. I'm your
Yeah.
starting quarterback. We're on a great path as of right now. Y'all still not giving me the deliverables that y'all said
And I'm
y'all was
gonna
give me.
go on record. I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure that he gave them fair warning. He warned them, said, "Listen, I'm gonna pull out if you guys don't
Mm.
make it into the deal," and they still
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, see, then that's on them then. Because
Yeah,
you let
and
them
so-
know, and at the end of the day, it's a business. Like they treat it as
just like
they treat it as such. So why can't now with the NIL, why can't the athletes treat it as such? You
As
got to
you
hold your part of the contract.
Yep.
If your cameraman comes to work and you were supposed to pay him
Yep.
today and you don't get paid, well, what is he? Well, he got a family to feed. He has to
100%, bro.
So
Facts.
It's a business. It's
Hell
a
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's a
Come on. Hey man, this is my partner, man. He's my guy, bro. He's very well taken care of. He takes care of me too. He takes
Yeah.
great care of me too.
Yeah,
So
it's a
we're
business,
we're in this
man.
together, man. But it is a business
Yeah.
too.
yeah,
And for us, I mean, this is completely different than something like what you guys are experiencing. But NIL is so important in the space now, and I see a lot of people that are really curious about it and then don't know much about it
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
it's not. They made it like this big old deal. Like people are getting millions of dollars, not like 1.0001%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like one player, two
Yeah.
players, maybe
Yeah.
three, maybe. Yeah.
maybe.
You know what I mean? This is not. It's not something that people need to like be scared of. It's something that people need to embrace, and they need to understand it to where they're like, hey, I want to do an event with Cam. I want Cam to come down here, and I want him to pick off I'm gonna do something in the bar where we're gonna throw like a vodka. We're like, hey man, hey, throw me the vodka or something. They throw the vodka. Cam picks it off. You know what I mean? Whatever, bro.
Yeah.
It's more about NIL of image, likeness,
That
and
would
stuff
be
like.
fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It would be fun. Yeah, it's stuff like that. And then if people can be intelligent and really try to think about different opportunities for businesses that could create opportunities for you. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Right.
Win-win.
So we're working on that. We're working on a lot of opportunities for you guys. I'm working with a lot of local people, a lot of local businesses, and we're going to do some fun stuff coming up with a lot of the players, man. So, we are working behind the scenes, man. And I appreciate you guys' patience. And, I just love the fellowship that we get to have and to do things like this, man, and really kind of open up the eyes of a lot of local, perspective, coaches, athletes, whoever's watching, man, and whoever sees this, or whether it's just fans, man. You guys got a lot of fans. And I don't think you guys know that either. You guys do have a lot of fans that are local, and they really look up to you guys, man.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
And I think that's a really cool thing too, that you can also opportunize, right? Or however the word is, opportunize, I don't know if that's a word, but take as an opportunity to really actually give back to the community too with stuff like that as well. And I just feel like there's so much opportunity for you guys. And I hope people can really start embracing that as a whole, as our community really starts to learn about NIL.
Yeah.
But back to the question, because we have a question, right? What characteristics does it take?
Yeah.
Of
a top level athlete on and off the field. Would love to get both your guys.
Yeah, man. We'll start with you, Cam. Top characteristics of an elite athlete on and off the field, man. We kind of just talked about it.
Man, I say number one, just having good character, just on and off the field, being who you are, just doing the right. Hey, my mind just went blank. I had a good.
Because it is.
Yeah.
Right. It's real because at the end of the day, you are influencing so many people that are watching you play.
Yeah.
Right. So integrity is number one.
Yeah.
And no matter what, but you have to be a man of integrity and character, and you have to represent what you believe in. And we said it last time. That's faith.
Yeah.
That's God.
Yeah.
God first. God's the foundation, right? And you guys have already acknowledged that, and that's half the battle. But once you do that, you have to walk the walk too, right? And when I say walk the walk, that means being a part of the pillars of this community, man, and being a steadfast, human. Right, of giving back to kids or in the community, or going out and do bigger things, and then remember where you came from, man. That's what it really boils down to, is walking the walk and not just talking the talk, man. And putting your actions not just on the field, but outside the field too.
Yeah.
And you guys do a good job of that. That's what you guys are doing right here. You're sharing part of your guys' story to our community. It's all about community events, community service, giving back, educating, articulating, being who you guys are, which two badass people, man. You know what I mean? Two dudes that just love the Lord, want to play football, and just run havoc on that football field, man, with your God-given abilities. So it's amazing, man. It's a really cool thing. What about you, Malik? What does it take to be a good high integrity person on and off the field? What's it take?
I would say one of the biggest things, like you said, is integrity, and then also discipline.
Ooh.
A lot of guys, when they get to this level, you want to experience the college experience, and although you can, to some extent, you got to be disciplined.
Yes, bro.
Because sometimes you can't go out and party. Sometimes you can't go and do this or do that. You got to go train. You need to get that extra training in. You need to study a little bit more, because at the end of the day, like you can only do so much with football. Football is going to end.
Yep.
So you got to have some foundation of discipline that starts. And I believe that's one of the biggest things, because that's going to help you even after football.
Bro, preach it. Discipline's everything. I always tell people, I had a couple buddies in college and then even after college and after my TV days, that they would they would party so hard, right? And they would have so much fun, and they didn't get hungover. No hangovers.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a hangover.
Oh, bro, then you ain't never learned your lesson. Let me tell you something. If when you get to my age, man, you get hungover, it's not good anymore, bro. It's a travesty. Okay, you're done for like 2 or 3 days. It's not even worth drinking no more. But
that's not even a recovery.
Yeah, that's not even recovery, bro. I mean, shoot, man. But yeah, I remember I could go drink, I can go party, I can go study until 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up and I'd be like, let's go. You know what I mean? You can't do that when you're too much. But at your guys' age, you don't learn your lesson. Yeah. And I think a lot of athletes really need that discipline, because they might not learn that lesson. Like, dude, you can't go play hungover on a Saturday morning if you're playing at noon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
And it changes everything. And so to have that discipline with girls, college, this is everything. This is the life you're getting looked up to, because you're premium athletes, right? You're elite athletes. People, they want to know who you are. They want to be around you, right?
Especially the girls.
They're going to try and take. You know what I mean? And you got to be so careful.
Yeah.
And when you want to talk about discipline, you better have discipline when
Yeah.
it comes to those things, because those things can take everything away from you
Quick.
in a
Every
heartbeat. In a heartbeat. And that's where humility, discipline, and integrity comes into place, man. So, I'm glad to see that you guys got that and, do the right thing on and off the field, which I think is a really important thing to also get to that next level.
Mhm.
All right.
Sure.
Speaking of next level, we looking at the next level?
Oh yeah. for sure.
Oh, come on now.
Shoot, they looking
no questions, just straight up. Let's go. We going
They-
straight
they
there,
looking
man.
at us.
Has that always been the dream for you guys?
Yeah.
Both of you guys?
Yeah.
NFL?
I can't see myself doing anything else.
I love to hear that, man. And that's what it takes.
Mhm.
It takes that level of commitment, that level of fortitude, that level of spirit to say, no, that's what I'm doing, and going to that level, man. We're going to see you at that next level. We're seeing you both in that next level, man. I'm excited to
Yeah,
see you guys
for
put in
sure.
that work and do the things that you need to do that most others will not do
Yeah.
to get to
Yeah.
that next level.
Yeah.
And I think that's also what it really takes to get there too.
Yeah.
And any level of success, right? And anything that you do, right? If you want to achieve great things that no one else has achieved, you have to be willing to do things that others are not willing to do all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Not just part of the time. All the time. When you got to wake up at 6 o'clock and you got to go do this, you got to go do the practice, you got to go watch the film, you got to come and get your recovery, and you got to go do all these things all day long. And then you got to find a way to put food on your table,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that is exactly what you got to do that other people do not realize is a sacrifice for a lot of our athletes.
Yeah.
So I love to see that you guys have that, and you guys are ingrained with integrity and on and off the field. So I applaud you guys for that, man. So it's good to have.
Love that.
You have any questions in there? All right, man. Well, that's cool. We're getting ready to wrap up. I want to close out with a couple things. So, Malik,
Sir,
my man, bro, what's our projection for this Saturday?
this Saturday, I'm thinking at least as a unit, I expect us to have at least 200 yards on the ground.
I love it. I love it. That's a great. I love that projection.
As a
200
unit.
yards on the ground. I love that
As a
between you and the
unit,
rest of the crew, man. I
yeah.
love that. I think that's a great projection.
200.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We gonna run that scoreboard up.
Yep. I think so too,
yeah.
bro. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a high scoring
Yeah.
game, man. I do.
60 points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, yeah. I was gonna say like we need to put like
Over.
Yeah. We got, like our viewer said, like we gotta play with that chip on our
Yes.
shoulder.
Boom. Exactly,
So,
man. You got to play with that
You gotta
chip.
play with that chip on our shoulder.
Every single one of you.
yeah.
Not even just the 22 players on that offensive defensive field. We need that whole bench.
Yeah.
We need that whole team, that whole place, that whole stadium rowdy.
Yeah.
Everybody.
We need that.
Rowdy. We need every yes.
We need them people in them
Everybody need
stands
chip.
to have that chip on that shoulder, man.
That's where I was going, man. We need the fans in the stands to have the chip on the shoulder too. We all need to rock.
Yeah.
We all need to rock with it together,
We
man.
all on the
And
same
if we
page.
all can do that, we will.
Oh,
we will-
yeah.
we will put it down, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, in our own home, in our own backyard, if
Mhm.
we have that chip on our shoulder and we got everyone in that stadium lit, fired up, screaming, yelling for our dogs, man, there's no way that we can
Yeah, it's
lose
gonna
to
be a
Washington
great night.
State,
No
man.
It'll be a great night.
There's no way.
No way.
Defense projections, Cam, what we got, man?
We
We gonna get some picks?
We
go. No 100-yard rusher.
Oh, that was clean, bro. I love it.
No 100-yard rusher.
No 100-yard rusher.
Neutralize the run,
Mhm.
and let's go get the ball out. And the secondary finna get at least. I want to
Force him to throw to Cam, baby. Force him to throw. Neutralize the run. Force him to throw to Cam. I like it already. Let's go.
I say 3 this week.
Oh, 3 picks as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a team. Me
Matir.
personally-
Matir, right? Is it Matir?
Me personally, I'm gonna get like 2.
Okay,
If he
you-
try me like that, but
I hope that it's Matir, right?
Yeah, Matir.
It's Matir.
Mateer and Kyle Williams. And
Kyle Williams. That's right. So he's local boy too, right?
Yeah.
Let's go,
Kyle
man.
Williams. Who else?
They got some ballers on
Hudson.
there.
Yeah,
Yep. They
I've been
got
doing
an
research.
offense, bro.
Yeah,
They're
I've
gonna
been
come
doing
after you,
research.
bro.
I've been doing research.
Let's go. as you should be,
Yeah.
right? Because if you're not doing research, you're not putting forth that part off
Yeah.
the field, right?
Mhm.
That research is also half the battle, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Glad to hear you say
I mean,
that.
that's how I make my plays. And like, I study so much film, it's crazy, and I be talking to like other people about like film study and stuff like that, and they'll ask me like, how do you see stuff like that and like that? It's just like I done watched it like so many times that stuff get ingrained in my brain, and when
Yeah.
I see it, it's just like I'm finna take advantage of that. If that's what you really want to do,
Yep.
you go come out here and show that split. If you go come down and keep showing that motion and you keep running that same play, okay, I'm gonna make you pay.
Exactly.
So we have another question real quick. Says,
Yes.
Current or former NFL player whose game do you think is top tier?
Oh, okay.
Top
All right.
tier.
Who's a good player you look up to, Malik, and then we'll get to Cam. Because I know like 9 for Cam already because I can see his play style.
Yeah, I would say top tier. I would say Barry Sanders.
All day.
Somebody in Barry Sanders or LaDainian Tomlinson.
LT, bro. We're
yeah.
going back to LT, bro.
Yeah.
That's totally your play style.
Yeah.
I actually can see that. That's
Yeah.
good, actually. What about currently in the NFL?
Currently, I really like Miles Sanders
Dude,
and Alvin Kamara.
you know what I like, bro? I think he is so underrated, and he is probably one of the best backs I have ever seen is DeAndre Swift.
Oh yeah, I like him a lot
Bro,
as well.
like he
DeAndre
needs
Swift.
more. He needs some more. Look at what he did just this last week, bro,
Right.
because he finally is getting the ball. When he was over there with Jalen and the Eagles, bro, it was tough because I mean he just couldn't get the ball. Jalen kept it, and I don't know if Jalen was throwing interceptions on purpose or whatever, but I mean it just didn't look good. Just give the ball to Swift.
I agree.
And now you got
gotta run that
Caleb
ball.
Williams, who's doing his thing right now. We were all very unsure of, and he balled out
Yeah.
on Sunday. I mean, he did his thing, and it was fun to watch because I'm a diehard Niners fan. You know what I mean? Like we've had to love it so much.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest passions, and you know, I it's just kind of funny because when you see DeAndre Swift run the ball, it's like you almost don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah.
He is that shifty. So I love him. But Kamara's also one of those guys too. That guy's probably a top 5 all time, bro. Kamara's probably top 5.
I like
all
him
time.
mostly because like his moves and his contact balance. Like I think he has.
Yes, he shifts crazy.
Yeah, I think he got one of the best contact balances in the league.
I agree with that
Him and
100%.
Nick Chubb, them boys.
Chubb, man.
You can run
He's
at
that
them
tough break
full
too,
speed
man.
from 50 yards away. They're gonna absorb that hit. And
Chubb
not go
isn't
nowhere
even with his
about it.
injuries, bro. Chubb is an absolute beast.
Yeah.
Chubb
Yeah.
is a baller.
He's a baller
I
for
really
sure.
pray that he comes back full and healthy because he's a
He's a
tank,
dog,
bro.
Yeah.
About you, Cam? Who we rock? Who's your all-time GOAT?
My all-time
DB, safety,
GOAT?
strong safety, whoever.
It's a lot out there.
I love it. Give me a couple GOATs.
I'm
Who
gonna say-
do you really look up after all-time and then current NFL?
All time, I say like Champ Bailey.
Oh, Champ! You kind of look like Champ Bailey, bro. You kind of look like the Champ, bro.
Champ Bailey, Rondé Barber.
Oh, Barber, bro. Let's
The
go.
Bucks. Man.
Yes, the Bucks.
Who else? I just keep blanking right now.
I was a local legend.
Dion.
Oh, Dion.
I
too.
mean,
We have a local- we have a
that's
local.
too. That's way too like before my time. I wasn't really.
Dion was the GOAT though. Dion was a freak athlete,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you can't even hate on him.
Yeah.
He's the right person. I love what Travis Hunter came out to say about him last week when they were saying like, okay, well, this isn't what you thought you were. Like, is Dion really the best? You could have made so much more money going to some other place for NIL. And Travis Hunter said, it doesn't matter about the money that I could have made now. It's about the money that Dion's going to help me make in the NFL. And I was like, damn, a kid said that. I was like, that's deep.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter knows. You know what I mean? That was big.
Yeah.
That he knew. I mean, he probably could have made $1 million
Yeah.
on NIL
I
going
guarantee
anywhere
he
else.
probably did already.
Well, for sure. Oh, we know.
Yeah.
That's not the issue. He could have made more.
Yeah.
The question was, and his answer to it was so mature for his age, where he just was like, but like, hey, there ain't no coach like Dion.
Mhm.
And I will tell you right now, there's not a coach in college football outside of maybe a couple select few that really cares about his players the way that Dion does. And I think that shows, and he gets a lot of flack for it, but he's prime time.
Yeah.
He's prime time.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Cam,
Yeah.
before we close up here, man?
I say like right now, New Wave, Denzel Ward.
Oh, okay.
I really like Denzel Ward.
Dude,
game.
balling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sertain, and I really like
He's Surtain.
Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a name.
I like how he play. He
Yeah.
come downhill, smacking. He cover
He's-
people
he-
all in your face.
Unafraid.
Yeah,
Unafraid.
Seahawks.
Seahawks,
Oh yeah, and
bro.
Clark Phillips too from Atlanta Falcons.
yeah.
Oh, he's
I was
coming
gonna
up
say, that's what I was
too.
thinking
of.
He's
Clark
coming up
Phillips, yeah.
too. Hey, he's a little stud.
Yeah, them boys balling.
Yeah, and there's some good rookies that are playing this year,
Yeah,
Chris. I mean, there's some really good players that are actually playing lockdown.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all saw this, but Evan got
Yeah,
the fourth down stop. Evan Williams. He used to play safety for us.
Yeah, he used to play safety.
I did.
And he
I,
went to Oregon. He transferred to Oregon his final year.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
No
Shout out
way.
E-Dub.
Yeah, shout out
man.
to Evan Williams, man. Shout out E-Dub, man.
Hey, another big shot. If we're going shout local, Lavelle, man, he got called up. Man, Lavelle, let's go,
He
man.
got called up too.
Big shout out
Shout out
Lavelle,
Six,
bro.
man.
Yeah, that was
rock, man.
bro. How cool is that?
Fire.
I mean, I literally
Fire.
talked to him before his pro day. You know, he came in here, he got warmed up, did all of his things, and you know, I just encouraged him. I said, just do you.
Yeah.
I go, and even if nothing happens, man, you just keep being yourself and ball out, play as hard as you can. You will get the shot, and when you get your shot, that is when you take the shot.
Yeah.
He gonna run away with it.
And bro
Yeah.
got a shot.
Yeah.
And look what and now he's on the 53-man roster,
Getting paid.
getting paid, and he's here,
And he's
bro.
about to
I
play.
love it, man. Shout out Lavelle, man.
Man, shout out.
Dude,
LB,
congratulations,
man.
bro.
Shout
We're-
out Six.
Yeah,
man.
we're proud of you, man. We really are.
Bro.
Well, cool, man. I want you guys to give one more shout out to our audience. I want you to tell them right now on the Passion Podcast why they need to come out and support you guys this Saturday at Fresno State, man. We'll start with you, Cam.
Man, y'all come out to Valley Children's this Saturday, man. We going up, boots and buckles.
Yeah!
Boots and buckles.
Let's go.
Bring your boots, your buckles, and your cowboy hat.
Yes.
And wear your red shirt, because the red wave be going crazy all night.
Let's go. That was money right there, Cam. There we go. That's
One
like
take.
that's the opening speech, bro.
We got to end it on that.
Come on, man. No, we can't. We got to release. No, you got to bring it now, bro. Come on, baby.
Hey, man. like you said, hey, I want to make sure everybody got their boots and their buckles and their cowboy hats, man. Look, if y'all see me out there, I'm gonna try to wear my cowboy hat before the game. So I'm gonna be out there with my cowboy hat. I know y'all gonna bring the juice. Y'all gonna bring the energy.
Yes, bring the juice.
Bring y'all a beautiful game. Come
Shout out Bring the Juice podcast. I'll be
Let's
out
go.
there too, man.
Yeah,
shout out.
Bring the juice, man.
Yes, shout out Bring the Juice, man.
We be hanging with y'all boys too. Y'all know
Yes,
us.
sir.
Yeah,
Mad
yes,
respect,
sir.
man. Mad respect.
We'll see
So-
y'all boys Saturday though.
There you go. You guys have it live. We are Raw on the Passionate Podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to continue to do these nights on Monday nights live. Stay tuned. Lots of things to come. Lots of exciting announcements. But hey, if you're out there, make sure you're out watching Fresno State. Come on out, support, be there. Let's get these guys pumped up and fired up. Get this stadium fired up and rocking and lit, baby. Passionate. Let's get it passionate, baby. Come on, man.
Come on now.
Podcast. Thank you guys, man. We out.